Hiya folks, welcome to the show. My name's the Glad and Gladiator and it's my mission to infodump about everything Disney animation on the internet. And today we have another edition of Tired Tall Child watches the spooky, supernatural, spectral, emotional support ghost show. And in this video I'll be covering the Ghost and Molly McGee Season 1 episodes 4 and 5. So how this is going to work is you're going to see the footage of me from a few months ago reacting to both these episodes, then it's going to cut back to me here where I'm going to talk about them. Alright, that's all I have to say, so let's jump right in. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's the McGee's cleaning song. Everybody's
Yes, another family episode. Oh, I love this family dynamic so much.
I understand why you think I did that, but I didn't.
I really hope we can afford these repairs. Our finances are tight.
Don't worry. I have a no-risk business investment. Full disclosure, it requires access to cryptocurrency, frequent travel to Sweden, and a stomach for danger.
Not falling for that. Again.
Uses the van?
It's probably just a small, teeny, tiny problem that won't cost much money to fix.
It's a huge problem. It's gonna cost a lot of money to fix.
Are we gonna be okay?
Don't worry, McGee's always make it work. And now that we're settled down in our forever home, it makes sense to have a second income. That's right, Mama's getting a job.
Diner, help wanted sign. Bing, solved it. Like always, Scratch is the hero.
I worked in my parents' restaurant growing up, and that was enough kitchen work for a lifetime. Never say go cook again!
Yep, again. She's got baggage.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the van situation. I have no idea how to take care of this van situation.
Okay. Well, we can look at...
Newspaper? Do they even make
Mom.
newspapers anymore?
Mom, I don't know, okay? But they make apps. They make apps. Ooh,
That was fast. Looks like I've got my first job.
I'm gonna come with. This is a family problem, and if you're doing your part, then I'll do mine too. What's the gig?
Hand in
Oh.
Don't belong here! Be gone, you foul beast!
Wait, can dogs see me?
What are the rules here? Who can see you? There are going to be more centipedes behind that door.
Do we have enough money to pay for the van repairs yet?
Closer.
Not nearly enough.
Let's get giggin', piggins.
Song. Well, that guy's dead. I'll add him to the list.
Wait, what? Did she say toxic mold? Do we need to go see a doctor? You'll be fine.
You'll be fine, you're the main characters of the show. The extras, however, they're gonna die.
We did it. We actually did it.
We did it! See? When we come together as a
Okay,
team,
but
we
what
can
goes
get
wrong?
accomplished.
Pete, honey, great news. We just...
Alright, here's what I'm thinking.
What?
Yeah, craziest thing. We were just
Oh.
complaining and only complaining.
That is not what I thought was gonna happen.
But you gave me your all to make us some money, and that's awesome.
Look at you, always finding the silver lining. I should keep being a gig pig. Our family clearly needs the cash. Perfect timing. Let's see the job. Help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, first on the docket is episode 4A, Mama's Gotta Hustle, which was the first segment of the show to primarily focus on Molly's mom, Sharon. The episode is about her having to do various odd jobs for the people of Brighton through an app called GigPig, as the family are currently going through some financial struggles as they can't afford the repairs they need for their van. This was the first time I really started to see the show come into its own and take advantage of its full potential, as it was a very small scale but emotional story about the McGees as a family unit. Though personally I felt the comedy wasn't as sharp as the previous offerings. The funniest jokes that come to mind is Sharon's cooking related trauma and the toxic mold during the song, but outside of that, nothing really sticks out as particularly memorable. While all this is going on, Pete and Daryl find a mysterious door in the basement which they try and open, only to accidentally end up breaking the boiler. It's a fun distraction, and I really did like seeing all the duo's interactions, but it's not all that noteworthy. This was a really good episode to continue developing that family dynamic, which is quickly becoming one of the show's strongest attributes, which is kind of a running theme with modern Disney TVA shows in general. All of Disney's recent animated shows have really excelled in giving a lot of depth to the parent characters rather than just writing them off for the sake of the kids' adventures, which is a trend I can definitely get behind. But that's pretty much all I have to say on this one, so let's move on to episode 4B. Hooray for Mollywood.
Recreating the theater experience.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to turn that off.
Yeah.
News. Scratch Night found the scariest movie ever.
There's a ghost! And there's nothing scarier than ghosts. Yeah.
Especially when they chew their mouths open.
And those ghost stereotypes? Answer me this, Molly. Do I talk like this all the time? Get out of the house!
Sometimes you do.
yeah.
Let's make a horror movie. I mean, we've got a real ghost.
I'll do it, and it'll be the performance of an afterlifetime.
Libby.
Oh.
Are we sure Libby's not a ghost because her script is spooky accurate?
Put this on.
So degrading.
That's gonna be a fan theory.
Oh, no. Molly, the very thought of people watching me on screen in HD makes me... Our Canadian cousin Carl.
Yeah, I'm the ghost. Eh?
He's very...
Yeah, this is gonna be one of the things. They're gonna make Scratch go in a bunch of different disguises throughout the series. Relatable.
Listen up, Andreas. Warm winds are blowing this spring. That's why I stay cool with. Whoa! Someone call the police. There's a fashion crime in progress.
Oh.
Making Andrea Davenport an hour movie?
Molly McGee, you read my mind. Meet at the store warehouse tomorrow morning. It's where we shoot our commercials, so we've got all the sets and equipment we need.
What?
We're gonna make the best.
I still don't know how to feel about you. I'm still very much on the fence about Andrea.
But don't be distracted by the razzle-dazzle, okay? We just gotta focus on our goal and...
Oh.
Baby corn, that chair has my name on it!
Beautiful thing I've ever seen. Second is the Grand Canyon. Third is a baby deer learning to stand.
Andrea had a few notes on my script.
Okay.
The lead character should be more relatable,
Why not?
aspirational,
Sounds good.
beautiful, but not know how beautiful she is.
Is that a thing?
Oh, and also
Mhm.
her name should be Andrea.
Okay.
Yep.
Who cares what the main character's called, as long as the...
Oh no! The hitchhiker's ghost is coming to eat my soul! Thank goodness I'm wearing Swedish memory foam running shoes. Available now at Davenport's department store. Okay, that's a cut.
You've got to disclose the brand deals, Andrea.
Maybe we don't do product placement. I mean, you're the director, but it is how we're paying for.
I mean, could you imagine just an ad happening in the middle of a video right when it's about to get really good?
Spoiler, it's both.
You're replacing me? She can't do that!
Well, you can still do the behind the scenes footage.
Can't wait. Falls apart!
I know it hurts.
That's the best part.
My daddy. Look, Andrea, we need to talk about.
And they've turned the movie into Carrie.
We decided to go in a bold new direction. Ghost, romance, gomance.
But that's not even scary.
I mean, it's terrifying for Scratch.
Andrea, the whole point was to make a horror movie.
Yes, the horror comes from the ghost spending an eternity having never found true love.
That's it. Let's see how fast she can run in those Swedish shoes.
This isn't the movie we said.
Let him go, Molly.
Think about how you have have sold us out to corporate sponsors for what? A chair with your name on it? Leave the chair out of this!
Molly, I'd like you to meet family friend, visionary director Greta Gerwig.
Hi, I'm Greta Gerwig.
With Greta Gerwig attached, we'll have no problem getting international distribution. My chair. My beautiful chair.
Mm-hmm. Daryl, drop the fake blood.
In fact, I think it's time to show Andrea just how scary ghosts can be.
Yes! It's the role I've been dying to play.
At least you didn't faint this time. It's progress. I knew they were gonna do it. I knew they were going to do that the second they had her in that dress.
I might have an idea.
Okay, but what were Libby's thoughts on that? Because she just saw all of that.
Wow, Carl really committed to his performance. You can't even see the wires. Wait, there aren't any wires. Carl, how did
Look! Your name! It's in the credits!
I'm a real writer now.
Plot point, I said, mid-season finale, that's gonna happen. Libby's gonna find out. Hooray for Mollywood is one of those classic episodes about kids trying to make their own movie, which almost always leads to mental breakdowns and not so subtle jabs at the entertainment industry. This was the first time in which we saw Libby and Scratch interact on screen, although Molly had to lie about Scratch's true identity. And this is the part where I pretend I haven't seen the screenshots from the later episode plastered over Twitter and have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. After letting it sit with me for a while, I do fully believe that later down the line we will see Andrea get a redemption of sorts. I am just really getting heavy Pacifica Northwest vibes from her, and I'm starting to feel that her improving as a person is pretty much inevitable, even if it happens very slowly. Movie Magic was easily my favourite song of the show up to this point, mostly just because of how reminiscent it felt of early Phineas and Ferb in both its tone and self-awareness. We also saw the show introduce its first big one-off guest star as Greta Gerwig plays herself, which felt like a very Simpsons moment to me. It's so rare these days to see celebrities in younger aimed cartoons just play themselves, so that was really fun even if she didn't really do all that much. Add in a really great scene of Scratch terrifying an entire film crew and some Carrie references, and you have a very charming and standout episode from early on in the show's run. And now we're moving along to episode 5 with the next segment, Not So Honest Abe. Okay, here we go. The Ghost and Molly McGee Season 1, Episode 5. Not So Honest Abe and the Best of Nintentions. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're back here.
Hey, wait for me, you guys! Hold on, people are walking here, okay? Beep, beep. And here is my official VIP card. You ain't fooling anyone, pal. You're a nobody. I made that. Did you have to tear it?
No.
I miss you. Let's never be apart.
Everything doesn't have to end with a hug.
One has to bring the past to life by dressing up as a famous historical figure, and it's fun, so I've been helping all my classmates get costumes and props.
Libby?
She can't be primatologist Diane Fossey without a gorilla.
Amazing.
Daryl,
You're perfect. Huh?
No.
my presentation's about Abraham Lincoln, the most popular president. There's gotta be lots and lots of info about him out there. There's too much info! After all, I've been studying for 9 hours, and you've known President Lincoln this whole time? You have to ask him to help me.
Maybe I can still turn this around. Do you know the Gettysburg Address?
No, but I could probably pull it up on Google Maps.
I only need this to work for a minute.
Mr. President, don't go! I'm your #1 fan, and I really need your help with my project.
Well, I'd be a pretty terrible president to let down my #1 fans.
Oh, I'm happy we get more of Jeff.
Where to start? Let's mix it up and start in the middle.
Like your middle name?
Right. It was Ralph.
Oh, you didn't have a middle name.
Listen, kid. Honest Abe. That means I can't lie.
I'm sorry, I didn't believe you. Definitely President.
This girl is sleep deprived.
I studied mountain gorillas in Rwanda and... Daryl, stop grooming me. You all know that I practice law, but did you know that in my spare time I also taught bears to polka? To find my fortune as a pirate. I went by the name Calico Jack.
Oh, Scratch actually feels bad.
That those who make a mockery of history are doomed to repeat it next semester.
Oh, that's Jane Lynch. That's Jane Lynch, all right.
Wait. And well, that may be because I slightly led her to believe I knew you.
I never encourage deceit and falsehood, young man.
Okay, I lied to her and set her up with a fake Lincoln so she wouldn't find out I'm such a loser in the ghost world. I care what she thinks of me, okay?
Oh.
Truth is your truest friend. But sounds like this Molly character is a close second.
She is.
Let us go right this wrong. And don't forget to tip the waiter. We may be dead, but we all gotta make a living.
No. That's my favorite line from this show so far.
The true President Lincoln at your service.
So you did lie to me, Scratch?
Okay, yes, I lied, but it's just wanted you to think I'm important because you're important to me.
Oh, this is so wholesome.
Now, what do you say we go fix your presentation?
Jokes aside, I'd like to give my real presentation. Now, it's a little out of the ordinary, but I think it really brings history to life.
Oh yeah, there's this song. I remember this from the animatics. This is the first time that an actual character is singing on screen. Ooh, that was a really nice camera shot. It's not the big emotional musical numbers I'm waiting for, but it's good.
Abe Plus.
Abe Plus.
Thank you, Miss.
Time for the science fair.
Science fair? Oh no, Scratch. Do you know Einstein?
Yes, because I've learned nothing.
Not So Honest Abe was pretty alright. I do personally see it as lower tier compared to a lot of the previous stories, but that's mainly just because episodes about school projects have never really engaged me. It helps that it still has that outstanding visual design and expressive animation that continues to sell me on almost every scene and ensures that even when I'm not entirely engaged with an episode, it is never not a constant visual treat. My main point of enjoyment is once again Scratch's amazing character development, showing how he genuinely cares for Molly and feels bad about lying to her. Once again strengthening my prediction that by the end of this show, Scratch will become one of the most layered and complex Disney TVA characters ever. Also, it was wonderful to see Jeff again, confirming my hopes that he would become a reoccurring character on the series, as he is just a delight whenever he's on screen. And that's all I have to say, so let's move on to the next one.
Grandma Nin is always saying she wants to visit.
Did she say that?
When can I visit my grandchildren?
Not now. We just moved. There are boxes.
I'm so excited to see Mom.
No, you can't visit.
I invited Grandma Nin for a visit.
Oh, I'm so ready to see more of Grandma Nin. I loved her in episode 1, even though we only got a few moments of her.
Sawadee-ka, Grandma Nin.
Molly, Daryl, I have presents.
Yay, my favorite.
So good to see you.
For you, I have a very special Thai fruit.
Whoa, it's a durian.
Oh, wow.
Aren't you excited?
So excited. Very, 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 very excited.
Yeah.
not involved. Usually.
If Mom and Grandma Nin are distant now, they might grow even further apart. And Grandma Nin may never come missing again.
And I'll never taste an incredible snack again. Mom, we have to get to the bottom of this problem.
Eggs and burnt rubber.
Hey, Dad, what's going on with... Oh, baby corn, what died in here?
Hey, that's offensive.
What's going on with Mom and Grandma Nin? I'm sensing tension.
Yes, I'm sensing it as well.
Speak of tensions. Then pray you don't get burned in the inevitable scorched earth brouhaha between Mom and Nin. Such is the way with the tensions.
Cool. Good talk.
Okay, so that's foreboding.
What's the plan? Put him through a terrifying ordeal that will bind him for life.
Or we could gently remind them that they love each other.
I mean, if you want to do the least fun way to do that, then...
Oh. And another song.
$10 2 weeks, and when my report card comes in, you say to Mom, quote, I think we place too much emphasis on good grades. Deal?
Hey, Dad,
Again,
things not getting any better, is it?
Daryl is one of my favourite characters on this show. I really can't wait until we get like a full episode starring him.
To mess with.
Dad, if me and Mom didn't get along, wouldn't you do everything you could to fix us?
Oh.
Sharon, you can't hide under the bed until your mom leaves. Hey, we need to talk about the tensions. Could she still be mad that we eloped? Is that it? Because we never had a proper wedding?
Stay out of it, Pete.
Oh.
Grandma Nin! We gotta throw a wedding for Mom and Grandma Nin!
What you mean, Mom and Dad?
Scratch, everyone knows weddings are all about the parents. Two-headed... surprise! Happy wedding day! Also, I made...
She works fast.
Oh, exciting. If this is what will finally make you happy, then Pete, we're getting hitched.
Oh, I love this family so much.
If there's anyone that objects, keep it to yourselves.
Is that what you're wearing to your wedding? It was a surprise wedding, and you don't have much room to talk.
Speed it up, Mom!
I'm going home. This visit was a mistake.
Finally, something we can agree on.
Oh, no. Molly! Molly, the family's falling apart!
No one is leaving this wedding until you two hash it out.
What?
I know, deep down, you two still love
Molly's good at forcing people to deal with their emotions.
She's upset that I didn't finish my law degree and studied art instead.
Mmm.
I'm upset because you gave up on your art. I work hard so you could follow your dream.
Aww.
Talented, Tita.
Aww. That's a really nice subversion of that trope. I love that. Oh.
Almost forgot. A gift for you, Sharon.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Nin.
Bye, Grandma Nin. What is it, Mom?
Oh.
The post office has flat rate boxes. You can ship anything.
And the final segment I'll be looking at in this video is episode 5B, The Best of Nintentions. A stunning end to the show's introductory period that finally brings Molly's grandma Nin into the fold. The episode is about Molly wanting to repair the fractured relationship between her mom and grandma by trying to figure out the source of the tension between them. This is a story I hardly ever recall seeing in a show like this, and I loved experiencing how they explored the relationship between Sharon and Nin and worked towards amending it. This is the show's first big emotional episode, and I felt it was effectively built up and handled its central conflict well considering its short runtime. I also liked exploring this new side of Sharon, learning more about her past and her dreams of being an artist that she had seemingly given up on. This is an episode that offers a lot of subversions to tired tropes that we're all sick of, I mean, when was the last time in a piece of media you saw a parent actively encouraging their kids to pursue a career in the arts? Another thing I have to appreciate is how they handled the dynamic between Grandma Nin and Pete. It is incredibly refreshing to see a positive relationship between in-laws. This is my favourite segment of the show so far, and feels like a really great culmination of everything the series has been building up to over its first few episodes, making me incredibly excited to check out whatever's next. If you happen to be new around here, feel free to subscribe and comment down below as it helps me out a whole lot. Also, liking the video wouldn't hurt either. And as always, a huge massive thank you to the wonderful, beautiful soul Caleb Abington for supporting me over on Patreon. If you want to support the future of this channel and me as a creator, you can do so by heading over and becoming a member of my Patreon, which will be linked in the description and comments down below. But of course, it's entirely optional, and I greatly appreciate every single person who watches and enjoys my content. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and I'll see ya real soon.